Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Thorpe Park 1999 project. Today we're starting on another brand new series, Pirates 4D. This one's going to be a really fun and nostalgic project to work on. It's got a great mix of classic theming, nice architecture, and of course, that unforgettable show inside the theatre. To start things off, I began with my original blocked out version of the building as a reference point. That gave me a general size and position inside the park. Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be any original plans available for the theatre, at least not from what I was able to track down. But I did find something surprisingly useful. Concept art from when Thorpe Park later rethemed this area from the Angry Birds land into the Big Easy Boulevard. Even though that concept art is from a much more recent era, the core building structure didn't actually change all that much, which makes it a great reference. So I brought that image into Blender, scaled it correctly, and used it as a sort of blueprint to move all the geometry into the correct positions. Once everything was aligned, I started extruding out the different sections of the building. Since the Pirates 4D facade is quite elaborate, it's got plenty of elevation changes and overlapping shapes. I spent some time building those up layer by layer, getting the right amount of depth in each section. Next, I started work on the elevation changes around the building and began adding the rooftop edges. If you're enjoying the project and want to dive deeper behind the scenes, consider joining the community on Patreon. You'll get access to exclusive content, early builds of the game, and some great rewards along the way. Massive thanks to all the current supporters. Every bit of support helps keep the project moving. Now back to it. There's one particular section near the back of the building, close to the teacups ride, that has a lot of curves. So I took my time with that to make sure it lined up correctly and looked smooth. Before adding any details, I always like to make sure the structure itself is 100% accurate. So once all the main shapes were in place, I went back over everything to clean up the mesh and fix any problem geometry before moving forward. Now let's talk about the roof. It's relatively simple compared to the rest of the building. But there's this large protruding rectangular section near the back where the screen in the theatre is located. Based on what I can tell, This was likely built to house the inner workings of the theatre, possibly giving space for rigging or lighting inside. After getting that in place, I went round the rest of the model to close up gaps, fix normals, and tidy up the overall mesh so it's ready for detailing in the next video. And that's where I'm wrapping up for this part. The base structure is now complete, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's one of those builds that looks simple from a distance, but is full of little structural details once you start getting into it. And if you're wondering, yes, I do plan to get the Pirates 4D movie actually playing inside the building eventually. I've been working on what I call a bit of a Frankenstein restoration of the film, combining original music, voice recordings, and bits of old promotional videos of the attraction to rebuild the best quality version possible. That's all for part 1 of the Pirates 4D build. Next time, I'll be focusing on adding all of those smaller details, such as windows, doors, and the little roof elements that give the building its character. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.